Okay, let's do this. AEW Dynamite review. A lot of things going on in the show tonight. A lot of big things going on in this show tonight as we are getting closer and closer to All Out. Listen, which is kind of funny. This is the 100th episode of AEW Dynamite, apparently, and they didn't really say anything much about that. You think that'd be a little bit important, but with a lot of big moves happening in AEW right now, listen, if you want to know about that, go check out my Rampage review. Like I said before, I was at the United Center last Friday when CM Punk returned and made his AEW debut. So go check that out. Still, everybody's still talking about it to this day right now. Still buzzing and riding the wave and whatnot. I did see the part when I guess they went to the production truck. How they basically played this whole entrance out, which was pretty cool at the same time. So seeing the behind the scenes look of how it all went and what they had to do to make sure everything went perfectly as it did. But Milwaukee, Wisconsin tonight. We do kick it off with Matt Hardy versus Orange Cassidy, which honestly, why was this even a match? Why did we need to see this match? This feud is gone nowhere. I don't see where it's going. Matt Hardy did get hurt during this match. I don't know if he broke his nose or anything, but he took it from a crossbody. This isn't a match I really wanted to see or really didn't need to see. I like Matt Hardy, but let's be honest, Matt Hardy is really not gotten over in a while. And trust me, I was there last Friday and I saw Matt Hardy two different times, one during Dark and one during Rampage, and he was not really over, to be honest with y'all. Okay, so I like Matt Hardy, but it just was not there. Okay, and Pockets, Cassidy there, it's the Pocket guy. He's gonna be over with the crowd, but I'm surprised this match went as long as it did. I don't know why we need to see this. I don't even know why we need to still see this feud because it's going nowhere. Okay? And Matt Hardy still lost. So, you know, it's whatever. The match was what it was. That's all I can really say from this whole thing. I just don't really care about this feud because most of the time Matt Hardy and his entire crew lose. Do they really ever win? Do they? Because they seem to take more L's than they win. And Cassidy technically beat the leader, right? So wouldn't this whole feud be over? Like, come on now. I don't understand why this is continuing. We had a promo from Malachi Black talking about Brock Anderson tonight. Basically, going to destroy him, and just like he took out Cody and his dad, he's going to take out the entire Nightmare family, apparently. Chris Jericho came out, I guess, to discuss his future, as everybody's saying Judas. Jericho talked about it's been a great, big week for AEW, and everybody's celebrating except for him. And he said he had a chance to end the labors of Jericho by beating MJF, but he lost, and worst of all, that he tapped out. He's been so down on himself right now, and that, he talked about getting hit by light tube, getting power bomb all these times, but he said he would do whatever it takes to beat MJF. And it's the thing that keeps going in his head. He's got to beat MJF. He's going to attack him in the ring, the back, parking lot, his house. He would do whatever it takes to take out MJF. So he asked him to come down to this ring. One more fight, he says. One more match at All Out. And if he can't beat MJF at All Out, he feels like he doesn't even belong in AEW anymore. And because he said, like, if he fails and he doesn't beat him, he said he will never wrestle again in AEW. But MJF came out. He had a T-shirt that said MJF 3, Jared Blow 0. And he's just getting a little embarrassing. And you know how many times I got to keep beating you? You needed the rub and everything from the fastest rising star in professional wrestling. I'm the cash cow. And right now, I'm tapped out, okay? Because it's going to be someone tapped out faster than someone listening to a Fozzy CD. And since, he tapped out Jericho, I don't need to beat you anymore, okay? But I'm going to accept this match anyway. Because when you think about it, I'm going to mop the floor with you. I've done it 3 times already. And I'm going to do it again, okay? And he says he's better than him, then he knows it. So, obviously, I feel like this MJF Jericho feud or Inner Circle and Pinnacle feud has gone on for so long now. I need this to end. So, obviously, Jericho's got to get his win back, right? He's lost to MJF 3 different times now. So, he's got to get the win back at All Out since, his career is on the line now. So, we'll see what happens with that. But I expect Jericho to get the win back. The Varsity Blondes cut a promo. Talking about their number 1 ranked tag team, and they're going to go to All Out and beat the Young Bucks in a steel cage match for the tag team titles as they went against the Lucha Brothers. The Young Bucks, Gallows and Anderson, and whatever the Goon Squad right there out there watching with chairs, just like they did on Rampage. A very good match between the Lucha Brothers and the Varsity Blondes. Not bad. You got to give the Varsity Blondes credit. They get better and better every other time. I am saying that I'm liking them more and more. I know some would say it's like the Hollywood Blondes and whatnot, but they're getting better and through time, no. But the Lucha Brothers, of course, getting the win. Lucha Brothers and Jungle Express got in the ring then, as both these teams will face off against each other this Friday on Rampage to see who will face the Young Bucks. They end up knocking the Young Bucks off the apron then, as they basically did a stare down then. So we'll see how that match goes. Jamie Hayter went against Red Velvet. This match was not really good, especially towards the end. Um, this was bad. For many reasons. I'm sure people talk about Baker throwing Velvet into the barricade, and the referee saw it and didn't do anything, or near the finish where Red Velvet did a moonsault and literally missed the whole thing, and it just looked bad at the end, okay? This looked really bad. I'm glad Velvet didn't nearly kill herself doing a suicide dive again, but this was not really a good match. Then again, the women's division is still shoddy as it is right now, but this was not good, and the finish looked really, really bad, okay? Especially after Red Velvet did a moonsault and missed it, and it just looked really bad at the end, but Hayter got the win, though. Stylander ended up coming down for the save then, and whatnot after that. Even Uno talked about the Dark Order until Alex Reynolds basically got up and says, it's you guys' fault what happened to Hangman Page. And Uno basically said, like, why don't you step in the back and stand behind Silver where you belong, okay? But Reynolds basically said, all because you got one in your name doesn't make you the leader. Oh, now they're fighting who wants to be the leader of this group. I thought actually Uno was the leader, or maybe Hangman was the leader. I don't even know who's the leader at this point. Will they break up, or some people are already saying, will Bray Wyatt be brought in? Which, by God, I'll give them one thing. They will not give up on this group, okay? They really won't give up on this group. Next, though, CM Punk making his AEW Dynamite debut Wednesday night. CM Punk, huge pop. We got in the ring. Basically, he told he couldn't hear him, but he wants to say, hey man, Tony's got a question and whatnot. And he talked about all the young talent. He wants to say, why is he here? Talk about guys like Pentagon, Phoenix, Jungle Boy, and others. And talked about Darby Allin, how he's reckless to the point of destruction. And it's all, and ask him, does he still have what it takes and whatnot? Because he said he wanted to retire his voice to the voiceless thing, because now these people have a voice in AEW, and the people listen back there now. And I guess what it was in WWE. But Punk, question, could he still go? And if he could, he wants to do with Darby Allin, because Darby's someone who would be his favorite wrestler when he was 15, someone that doesn't fit the image and whatnot of being a wrestler. But he said that he can still go and he can still be the best in the world. Fans start to chant yes, and listen, that's somebody else's shtick, and you guys have to be a little more patient. Basically telling everybody that Bryan Danielson is coming to AEW at some point in time. So whenever that will be, he just kind of gave you somewhat the confirmation or a hint saying, like, just wait on it, okay? He will be here, but just wait on it. But at September 5th, he will be at All Out to go against Darby Allin, and basically send a shout out to his wife AJ at home. But, Punk basically shook hands with everybody going up the ramp and whatnot. So a very good promo from CM Punk, but I'm sure everybody's going to be talking about the Daniel Bryan part of it, or Bryan Danielson, I should say, just teasing it right there. So we'll see what happens. Miro was kind of promo in the back, saying forgave for Fuego de Sol, but he ain't talking about Eddie Kingston. He's going to drag him to the river. He is the Redeemer, and that God wants him to do this, basically. And, he said he will be champion, that the Mad King will be burnt to the ground. Jon Moxley, Darby Allin, and Eddie Kingston went against JD Drake. I thought that was roadkill from ECW. Ryan Nevis and Cesar Bernani. Honestly, Mox and them killed these guys. I didn't even know who these guys were for a second, but Mox and them beat them. Darby with the coffin drop, and then Daniel Garcia, which I gotta say, they giving this Daniel Garcia guy a lot of time, TV time, and whatnot for a guy we don't really know, but he ended up attacking Darby from behind, even though this guy got killed by Moxie on Friday. Basically, everybody got in the ring. Garcia got out of Dodge then after that. But yeah, he's gonna get a lot of time now on TV though. They announced the Casino Battle Royale for the women at All Out. They're about to interview Tay Conti until the Bunny saying, why you still the Dark Order? Joining HFO, Matt Hardy's group, which next thing you know, they start fighting and attack each other to the referees. Honestly, both of those groups suck right now, so who wants to join any of these groups? Any of them. They both suck right now. Dax Harwood cut a promo backstage. FTR will be back, but he's not sure if it's going to be full time or even part time. Cash did show up saying, they got one more match, and whatnot. And basically, they still want to go against Santana Ortiz, which is next week. So hopefully, I guess he's medically cleared to go now. So hopefully, he's okay for this match next week. Kenny Omega, Don Callis, and the rest of the clown squad of Brandon Cutler and Nakazawa was out there talking about Christian until Christian came out. And nobody wants to believe anything from his mouth. And then showed some footage, I guess, of his first match in Winnipeg. I guess how he was fired. And then, he called Callis a carny piece of shit. Van Shannon a piece of shit then. And Omega, saying he was a better athlete at 10 years old than Christian was at 20. And then Cal says, I'm like Bill Watts, Vern Gagne, Eddie Graham, Vince McMahon, and that Kenny is not, Greg Gagne or Eric Watts and whatnot. He's Kenny by God Omega. And Christian said, it's pathetic that, we've been manipulated. 10-year-old Kenny Omega and that adult Kenny here still buys it and whatnot. And Cal took off his jacket, basically saying, I stand with Kenny Omega all out. I've been for his entire career, and that's why you're always going to be second place. Next thing you know, Omega and Christian brawled for a second, but Cutler and them got involved. They started to jump until Kazarian came out. Honestly, when you think about it, my co-host asked me this. Not Christian, but Omega felt like an afterthought. Maybe because with all the buzz of CM Punk and other names coming to AEW or already here. Then again, I feel like Kenny Omega, at the same time, he's kind of hanging around with a lot of goofballs that doesn't really make them look like a powerful heel stable. Especially when you're out there. Callis, I get him cutting the promos, okay? Omega's not the best on the mic, but when you're hanging around guys like Cutler there and Naka, get off my TV and whatnot, or whatever goofball stuff the Young Bucks are going on with. Gallows Anderson I like, but it's like he's surrounded by a clown squad at the same time. I think I've said this before in the past about it's a difference of his booking between AEW and Impact, though. I felt like he came off more of a goofball in AEW, and Impact he somewhat kind of came off as a credible threat, though, over there. So it's almost like a tale of two different Omegas, like I've said before in the past, a tale of two different Omegas when it comes to AEW and New Japan. So, I don't know. It feels like he's surrounded by goofballs. So I can see why he is someone coming afterthought at the same time, and he's the champion right now. Moxley cut a promo. So he got a fax from Japan, Tokyo. It's a contract in it. And it's going to be going against Satoshi Kojima. Moxley called an old man, but he went to go out and blaze of glory. Say he's going to destroy him. That's going to be a public execution at All Out. Now, I'm sure people probably would have thought this would have been Tanahashi, but I guess they're not doing that right now. Not against Satoshi Kojima and everything, but does anybody really want to see this match at All Out? It's be cool to see him live, but yeah, it's not against Kojima. He's a legend and whatnot, but does anybody really want to see this match against Moxley? Obviously, people want to see Moxley versus Tana for the U.S. title, but obviously that's not going to be happening, I guess, anytime soon. Listen, I've said it before when they did that New Japan show. New Japan wanted their belt back, okay? Now they are still teasing Moxley, but obviously I think they want to see Moxley and Tanahashi in a New Japan ring than an AEW ring. So that's why I feel like they're going to do this match, whenever that will be. But whoever's thinking Tanahashi versus Moxley at All Out for the IWGP US title, might as well get that out of your head right now. So I guess they just sent Kojima to do this in. Maybe Tana can't come to America right now, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's a travel thing. I'm not really sure. But we're not getting that U.S. title match right now. Next, though, QT and Camarato, Solo, Noah Gogo were already in the ring with the Jobbers entrance to go against Badass Billy Gunn and his sons, Austin and Colt Gunn, the Gun Club. Big Show was on commentary. Yeah, Billy and them got the win. Listen, let me say this. Why should anybody take QT and them seriously when the guy just got beat out here against Colton Gunn for the win? Okay, like, dude, I don't really want to see a QT match in general. Nor did I really want to see it right here. But why should anybody believe he's going to beat the Big Show when he just took an L right here? I'm surprised they'll put Billy Gunn more on TV, especially in the shape he's in. But what was the point of this? Why should I believe anything this guy's going to do at All Out against Big Show? Obviously, Big Show's going to destroy him, but still, he can't even get a win against the Gun Club, and he's the one getting pinned, and this is the guy supposed to be going against him at All Out? Come on now. Dan Lambert cut a promo. He had Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page there talking about, stuffing dorks in lockers and guys wearing skinny jeans in their pockets, talking about the roster, about millennials and safe places and, the lack of manners and, these soft people want to watch soft men and that, kind of take a shot at the guy crying back at, Rampage and everything. About, yeah, you're crying about wrestlers who showed up for work. And you talk about Scorpio Sky, MMA fighter turned wrestler, and, Ethan Page in his karate and taekwondo background, which is kind of funny is with these guys now, but he just had MMA fighters with him like for the past few weeks when he was here. So why not keep showing up with MMA fighters? I'll give Dan Lambert's a great promo. Let me say that right off the bat. The guy can talk. So I've seen his work in Impact before a few years ago, and he was really good. But between his promo from this week and last week, I thought he cut a great promo last week because he told the truth about, in a way, the Max Caster situation and how these cancel culture goofballs out here, or some would say the SJW marks and whatnot, want to go around and try to mess with people's career jobs and whatnot. So in a way, he kind of did tell the truth about, the whole Max Caster thing. Even though he wasn't talking about it, he did at least take a shot at these cancel culture goofball marks out here we see nowadays that try to ruin a lot of things. So it's a big FU to them. Definitely agreed with him on that. But a very good promo though. Still. Next, Malachi Black came out to destroy Brock Anderson. This guy was a dead man, which it looks like he gets more black on his face every week, as in Malachi Black with the injured eye and whatnot. But yeah, Malachi Black basically destroyed him. Brock tried to take him down to take down everything and get some moves on him, but Malachi destroyed him. He ended up hitting his big black mass kick. The fans chanted, "One more time. One more time at the heel, folks. One more time." And he was like, nah. And then he just pinned him, and it was done in under 2 minutes. I expected to see him destroy this guy even more. Next thing you know, he got a chair. Arn Anderson was in the ring then, and he got the chair inside. Chair inside. Black kicked him, but Arn blocked it. He kicked Arn in the nuts, and then, he kicked him with another black mass. Lee Johnson came out, which he didn't really have much of a reaction, and Black ended up getting out of the ring. So let me get this straight. So Black is going to just destroy all these Nightmare Family guys, which I don't think a lot of people care about. He's going to destroy them every week, and he's going to destroy them every week now until Cody comes back from filming his whatever reality TV show or game show TV or whatever. I could already tell it's going to go. It's like the whole Brody Lee thing and whatnot. Cody gets beaten under a few minutes, gets destroyed, disappears, go films whatever show or movie or whatever he has to do, comes back, and he will destroy Malachi then. So that's what I could see happening from all this, all right? That's the most thing I'm going to see happen, because all we're going to see is just Malachi destroy the Nightmare Crew until Cody comes back. So the show is okay and whatnot. It wasn't a bad show. Ending could have been better, but I thought it was okay out there. Not a bad show, though, for Dynamite tonight. We'll see what happens on Rampage, though, this Friday and everything. But, just from a couple things, I guess, from the Punk promo and just all-out build and everything, and just Malachi destroying him out there. It's not much to say. The most thing I'm sure everybody wanted to see tonight was the CM Punk debut, okay? So, Dynamite debut, not just, we already saw a debut Friday, but his AEW Dynamite review. So, y'all get what I'm going with this, all right? But other than that, though, comment, subscribe, find me on Twitter, @HoodedKnight890. Check out any reviews online. Check out my SummerSlam review. Check out my TakeOver review. Had 2 different calls that weekend. Really good thing to listen to. Check that out. Check out my First Dance, Rampage review. Check out any review right now. But I will be back, though. Impact tomorrow night. So, yeah. See you guys later. Peace out.